Hey ho, hello. It's a little chilly out this morning. It is about 50 degrees, but we will be shooting up to about 70 today, so I'll go back to my tank tops. It's a wonderful day. So I was thinking today, we have, there's scuttlebutt about what readers want to experience in their books and what they don't want. Drop in the comments below what you want to know or what you don't want. In the fantasy and romance genre, or the romantasy genres, there was a survey, and it came up that you wanted less steam and more fantasy. And then I think it was like the motorcycle clubs, the billionaire stories, all that. Again, you wanted more plot, less sex. I might have to bleep that word out. But let me know what you think. I think the trend is going to be less mexy stuff and more plot-driven or character-driven stories. I'm okay with that. Okay, my storylines can go either way. I can add more or I can take away. So, but it'd be nice to know what my followers would like, and then I can just add it in to begin with. Or I can do Patreon excerpts. Oh, Substack. I can add them to Substack. I just want to make sure that it's not someplace that is censored, controlled. I know Ream, and I've tried Ream. And then there seems to be politics. I guess maybe that's all over and I just don't know it sometimes. But anyway, I'm getting excited as I'm closing in toward the end of the book. Do I have a title for it? No, not one that, I just call it Dragons. There will be a title. I just don't know what the title will be. And be okay. The 20,000 word challenge a week. It is definitely going to be a challenge this week. Like I said earlier, I had other things happen in my media company, which really set me back. And then yesterday I was only able to get about 1,000 words. But today's Monday, and we start another 5 days, and we'll see if we can get 20,000 this week. It's only like 4,000 a day. And you know me, with the paranormal, I can get anywhere between 5 to 10. So 20,000 is really doable when you think of it that way. I don't know. This genre is harder for me. I don't know why. Because I love it. I love where these characters are going, how they're portrayed. The dialogue between them. My guard dogs. Good morning. I had one of my readers ask a couple of questions, because I've been talking about, how many words I have. And she says, how much is 2,000 words? How do you count them? 1, 2, 3. No, actually the computer does it for you. Once upon a time, when you used the typewriter, you knew that your publisher considered one page, I think it was 223 words. That does not hold true anymore because of the different type of font we use. So I'm going to insert the clip that I made previously on how, well, what I did was I had a, what was it? Jane Austen, free domain, and it was like 50 words. I made it 100 words, you know, so, and then I showed you, this is my coffee. Okay, so what I'm showing you is you take these 100 words and I'm going to copy and paste 10 times to show you what 1,000 looks like. And that is about 2.5 pages. So 2,000 is going to be about 5 pages of single-spaced words. Okay, this is a Word document that has 0 words. We're going up here. I usually type at 14. I don't type in Arial. There I go. And so I'm going to I've obviously copied already, and I'm going to paste in 100 words, another 100 words. Keep going. Then you'll finally, you know, have a couple of pages and 1,000 words. So it's really, you know, slow going. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 words. 600 words. 700 words. 800 words. 900 words. 1,000. It's what 1,000 words look like. It's slow going, ladies and gentlemen. It's slow going. We have, what is that, 2.5 pages. 1,000 words, 2.5 pages. Single space is like you read in a book. Doubled space is like if you would turn it in for a thesis or something. That means that your words are typed every other space, every other line. Wow. Okay, another question that came through was about setting goals. Okay, I run a business. I'm also an author. So I have 2 sets of goals running at all times. If I read as much as I did before I started writing, I would have a different type of goal. It would be how many, and it probably wouldn't have been a goal because I was a very vivacious. I read a lot. I mean, I would read one book, put it down, pick up another book, read it. And in between reading, I would, you know, change diapers, feed kids, go pick up kids from school, all that kind of stuff. My work allowed me to stay at home. So while I was able to read a lot and do the stay-at-home mom thing, I was also able to stay logged onto the computer and answer psychic calls that came in. For many of you, you may not remember, but we had Psychic Readers Network. We had Cassamba, Bitwine. What was some of the others? I worked for Stars Psychics up until 2017. And that's what I did online. And that's what brought in our income for everyday, bread and butter. I also ran the website Proven Psychics. It is now defunct. Oh, the very first online, I worked for the very first online psychic network, and it was run by a gentleman named Peter Deep, and it's also just very simply called Psychic Chat. And you would come in and we would chat back and forth. So it was very important that I was able to type fast and that I was able to type with accuracy, along with being an accurate psychic. Now, what I did was, a lot of times, thank goodness you couldn't see me, because I would type with my eyes closed. I'm a touch typist. And I would just channel the information. If they would cut out before I was finished with the message, it would ding, so I would know to stop typing. And I got paid 50 cents a minute back then. And not much, but it was $30 an hour back in the early to mid 80s. That's pretty good. And I was able to stay busy, and I would read in between calls, in between changing diapers. I was able to, I was a busy woman. So making your goals, back to making your goals. Maybe you want to keep a goal of how many books you've read, how many paranormal books you read compared to how many traditional romance books you've read. How many different authors do you read? I mean, okay, I'm guilty of this too. I found a new author. She's not new, but she's new to me. And she had like 17 books. Guess who binged 17 books? That's right. But there's her name, Aaliyah Del Rey. I think she's got 20-some now. Yes, I'm caught up on them. She writes vampire urban fantasy. Yep. Okay, so some of you know that at this point in time, Aaliyah and I are friends. But back when I first found her books, I binged. And then Jana de Leon. I binged her Misfortune. I ran out of books. So then I went to her other, what was it called? Mud. Oh, it's about a mother-in-law ghost that followed people around. Mud something. Anyway, those are a good, it's a very short series, because then she started devoting more time to the Misfortune series. All in the spirit of Janet Ivanovich. I mean, her Stephanie Plum series, until I went on the road full time, every time she had one come out, I bought the hard copy. I got a really nice collection. I still have that collection. I didn't give it up because I like them. I like to reread them. So, who do I reread the most? Jenna De Leon, because I really enjoy the misfortune. She has two sidekicks who are just as hilarious, probably more hilarious than her leading lady, Misfortune. But let me tell you, those Vietnam vets, they got it going on in those stories. Misfortune is probably in her 30s or 40s, and Gertie and Idabelle are Vietnam vets. They're a little older than me. I went into the military at the end of the Vietnam War. So there you go. I'm called a Cold War vet, I think is what they refer to me as. So, goals. How many books have you read? How many different authors have you read? Do you find yourself gravitating more toward nonfiction? Or do you really like the quirky, indie published, indie fiction? Here's another one that I really liked a lot. Amanda M. Lee. She has a witchy vibe to, what are they called? The Winchester Witches? Midwest Witches of Winchester? No. The town is Hemlock, and the witches is their last name's Winchester. Look her up. Amanda M. Lee. Now, I've not read that series recently, so this is why too many things going on up there to keep them straight. Do I read male authors? Yes, I do. I haven't binged any. I thought, okay, I like Aldous Hodges. I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be so cool to be able to binge James Patterson's book on Netflix. Unfortunately, as much as I like Aldous Hodges, that man's sexy. But let me tell you, I did not get into watching it. It just, I don't know. I don't know. So I didn't binge that series, book-wise or Netflix-wise. But I do like reading James Patterson. And there's been some indie authors that come across my path. Steve somebody. I will have to look that up and add it. Steve Higgs. Yes. Anybody else that jumps on at me right now? No. So, the other, so besides your goals for, say, reading, maybe you have a craft that you're starting to do. Do you like painting? Do you like, how many days in a row have you gone to the gym? How many days in a row have you done yoga? Those are all goals that you can keep, mark on your calendar. All kinds of good stuff. I like goals. At the end of the day, when I can cross off, like last night I crossed off 14 things I did. I only had 6 on my list, but I crossed off 14. And it just made me feel good. Now, when we start the day to day, I've got 20. but I'll get them. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. Follow me, please. And if you want more, you can always check out my Roaming Raven RV here on YouTube also. So have a marvelous next couple of days. Bye.